Hello guys, welcome to Eric Manda Capital, and today I'll do the analysis, the currency analysis together with the Bitcoin. Right here we have tradingview.com. That's what I'll be using for this analysis. We've been tracking this, you remember we've been tracking this since it's been a while. It's been a few weeks, but we can see it's still holding on to our pattern, especially this one, but not in a clear manner, so I'd rather wait on it. But as per now, it was quite bullish, if I may say. It was actually quite bullish, so any break to the upside from 1.40236, we actually now expect now the bullish momentum to actually now be a long-term thing and actually continue. But remember guys, there's also something like this which we call an M, and this is also a false breakout. So this structure, also watch it right over here, especially when it reaches this zone. It might form an M, it might continue upwards. So let's wait and see. This is the British pound versus the US dollar. I'm using the weekly time frame. So the pips for the past 2 weeks actually have been 136. You can actually say, almost that 350 plus pips. A dollar would have given you 350. Jeez, easy. Not so easy anyway. But with the pound, I would actually like for you guys to wait for it. It's not there where I would say that I'm buying it or I'm selling it, but I'm waiting for its behavior at 1.40 or 1.40 here, 1.40 to 1.40, let's say even 1. Its behavior there will determine whether I'm putting a long-term buys or long-term sales. Okay, let's look at the euro versus the US dollar. This actually has conformed to our trend, but also remember it can't form an M and go right back down, or even continue further up. So my points to watch are actually here: 1.22770, this blue line here. That's my point to watch for a good break to the upside, and also for a retest to the downside. That's where I'm watching this chart. But of late it has been bullish, because you can see for the past 3 weeks it has climbed from 17 to actually 20 though, so that's almost 33 plus or 35 plus pips, or 350 plus pips, sorry. So it's still there, but now remember this pattern we drew here. Let's wait and see whether it will conform to it, or we'll have a break to the downside. Remember this is also a very good psychological level, 1.222770 to 1.24542. This zone here is a very good psychological level. So we'll wait and see how this week goes. In case it goes down, remember it will also have formed a head. This is the head, the shoulders, and the shoulders. If it goes down, it will have formed a good head and shoulder pattern, which will be good for sale. But let's wait and see. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually has been moving very, very good for the past few days. But one thing guys I'd like you to watch is the retracement in Bitcoin. Right now it's actually very low. You can actually buy some right here. This is also a good psychological level in between 46 to 50 there. 46 to 50k is a good psychological level for you to place your buys or your long-term buys or your long-term sales, depending on its behavior at that point. But basically I would like to wait on Bitcoin before I add on to my buys. Possibly fall to below 47 or 45 would actually be a very good buy, but any fall below 44 would actually be the momentum would actually be shifting to the bearish side. But one thing I'd like you guys to actually see is the distance in this retracement. Yeah, the distance in this retracement. So you can see from the top we have 57,663, and then it reached this point here and then fell down up to 44. That's a loss of almost 13k points, but that's very common for Bitcoin. Another thing I'd like you guys to also note is this: from 61 to 50. You get what I'm saying? It actually has a reversal of almost 10k points. So if you cannot withstand a 10k move to your downside or upside, yeah, I will advise you actually not to trade this thing. But you can hold them in your BTC wallets for the long term, maybe 7 to 10 years. And actually that's more safe, and that's less riskier. Yeah, and also that by that method you reap a lot of long-term value of your coin. So from here 63 to almost 50, another 13k. This was also 12k, this was 12k, this was almost 10, this is 13. So after, I'll actually want you guys to watch it in between these zones here, in between this zone right over here, these zones right there, yeah, 51 and 44. Any break to either of these sides, then expect the long-term and aggressive movement. But for now, I'm really looking for buys for Bitcoin, so that's why I'm actually reluctant to sell or buy it for now. Yeah, I have some buys though, but I want to add more, but not yet. I'll wait for some movement in between these zones, then I'll add some buys. Okay, so that concludes our session for today. You can follow us on Facebook at Eric Monda Capital, at Twitter at eMonda Capital, at YouTube at Eric Monda Capital. You can visit our website at www.ericmondacapital.com. We have some good merchandise over there. Cheers, guys. Let's watch the market, and let's we'll talk later on our next session. Cheers.